On today's show, I'm going to teach you how to set up a home office space that helps keep you super productive, comfortable, and organized. Do you need inspiration, motivation, or just a little guidance on how to start, nurture, or scale a home-based business? Then you're in the right place. As a serialpreneur and business consultant, I'm here to help you. So make sure to subscribe to the show so you don't miss any of the good stuff. Step 1 in setting up your home office is choosing a location in your home where you want to have your home office space. This can be pretty much anywhere in your house where you're going to feel inspired and energized. There's lots of different places you can choose from, even if you're in a small studio apartment or a one-bedroom apartment, or if you have a gigantic house with lots of extra rooms to choose from. One thing I would not recommend is setting it up in your own sleeping space. This is just from past experience, and I really highly recommend against that. Step 2 in setting up your home office space is setting it up to be ergonomic. Now, when you go to choose what desk you're going to work at, I would just recommend starting out with something inexpensive. You may already have a desk that you can use. You may even want to just use your kitchen table if that's comfortable for you. When you're picking out a desk, you want to find something inexpensive. Go to thrift stores. Desks are typically made out of wood, glass, or sometimes even plastic. You can clean them. You can always paint them too and make them something special. I would definitely not spend a lot of money on a desk when you're setting up your home office to start with, and still the money starts rolling in, and then maybe you can step it up and spend some money on your desk. But to start out with, just get something that's functional. Facebook Marketplace is a great place to find things. I've found a lot of pieces of furniture that way, and I love repurposing furniture, as I'll talk to you about in another video sometime. But start out with a desk that suits you and is going to be comfortable for you ergonomically. If you need help with setting up your ergonomics, and a lot of us do, a lot of us might not even know what that word means, go down to my show notes and you will find a link to a video from an ergonomic expert, and he gives some great tips and advice on setting up your workspace to be ergonomic. Step 3 in setting up your home office is to create a space that is functional and organized. You don't have to spend a lot to stay organized. You can even go to your local dollar store and just buy some baskets and containers to keep your office supplies in. It just helps things stay neater and cleaner. And I always find when my desk is covered with crap, I have a hard time focusing on what I'm supposed to actually be doing and not trying to reorganize it and clean it. One little bonus tip that I have for you to help stay organized and on top of things is take about maybe 20 minutes at the end of your day, clean your office space up, just get everything organized and neatened up, and go ahead and make your list of what your to-do items are for the next day. You can do this on a piece of paper, you can do this, in a calendar management. I like Google, and I use Google Tasks to set my tasks so that I get reminders so I don't forget, because I will forget, especially if I write it on a sticky note. It could get lost forever. So I typically tend to like electronic ways of organizing. Step 4 in setting up your home office space is actually boundaries. Yep, boundaries. I know that sounds weird, but if you share a home with somebody, whether it's your kids, your girlfriend, your significant other, a roommate, whoever it might be, it's really important that you explain to them what the space is going to be used for, and maybe set some boundaries up around when it's appropriate to interrupt you and when it's not. This can be really challenging, and I know it's tough, but it is really important, especially when you're working from home. You're just more accessible, so it's important that we teach the people in our lives that we share our home with what your space is used for. Step number 5 in setting up your home office space is surrounding yourself with inspiration and motivation. You will find in my home office that there is a ton of pictures of my kids all around me. That keeps me very focused, energized, and motivated. I also love to run music while I'm working. I just keep it something, something calming in the background. I love music, and I pretty much have music going all the time. So music for me is very inspirational and motivational. I also love having a oil diffuser going, and I try to put something energizing in there like peppermint oil or rosemary oil, something that's just going to help keep me focused. Again, you don't have to spend a lot of money on this type of thing, but just make your office space feel good when you come into it. Step 6 in setting up your home office space is practicing good self-care. I have to tell you, it took me years to get good at practicing good self-care. One of the most important things that you can do throughout your day is hydrate yourself. Water is always the best thing, but whatever works for you, just make sure that you do it consistently. It is so easy to get buried in working, and you're inspired and motivated, and you just kind of forget to take care of yourself. So make sure you hydrate, make sure you're eating regular small meals are the best, and make sure that you're taking regular breaks. Go down to the show notes, click the link that says 10 hot tips to better time management, and download my free guide. I have totally been in your shoes, and I know what you're thinking. I don't have time to start a business or run a business. How on earth am I going to do this? I've totally been there. I've worked full-time jobs while starting and running businesses, sometimes multiple businesses. It can be done, and I know that this guide will be a tremendous help for you in finding places where you can carve out time where you probably didn't know that you had any. So make sure and get that free guide. It will be super helpful. And make sure and subscribe to the show so you don't miss any of my great advice that's coming up. And go ahead and follow the next show here. We're going to be doing 20 jobs that you can start for under $20 each. Some of them you can even start for nearly free. So you're not going to want to miss that. It's a 4-part series, and the next series video here on my show will be the first 5 jobs. So each of those jobs under 20 bucks. That's a pretty good deal.